Let's see what we got going on here today, fellas, guys and girls. All right, if you don't know about me, I live in Jersey. That's why I sound so cool. But truth of the matter here is, I put the video up the other day about the yd100. I don't know how to flip this. Whatever, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna have to hold it like this. So I put the video up. Oh, and that's another thing. I'm going to try to do better at the videoing aspect of it. To be honest, well, not only is it my first time ever doing something like this, but it is just that I'm not good at it at all, pretty much, but whatever. So, here, I gotta sit you down. I need two hands to take off this rubber band here. I gotta bring that in so I can charge it later. Let's put that up here. Okay, now, oh, you guys have never actually seen my bike. That's true. Okay, cool. So, here you go. This is my bike, my Cannondale. It is an original Cannondale. Oh man, I can't nail it down. Sorry, guys. See? Oh, where's it say? Here you go. CAD. Handmade in USA. Now they're made in, I think, China or Taiwan or something. But Cannondale used to be an American brand. Here, right there. See, that says CAD. That is the first generation of the aluminum frame with the legendary head shock. Let's see if I can make it move a little. Not really, just the camera's moving. I don't got the strength in my arm right now because it still hurts. But this is my bike. Here, let me get it all undone. I'm gonna undo it real quick. A little bit in the last video, which was my first video. I got into a very bad accident. I crashed my bike. I was on my way home from work. I was in an extremely good mood, which was probably most of the problem, to be honest with you. And I was in a great mood, and I decided to take the bike home like normal, but I was ripping it, I'll be honest. I was ripping her. And, man, I'll be honest, my girl rips. She rips something fierce. She is a nice little ripper. Okay, let's see here. Let's grab this up again. Okay, so I have a little shock seat. Super nice because it's a hardtail because of the motor. But the head shock, unbelievable. Just put these fenders on. Believe it or not that, oh, maybe 4 or 5 rides ago, but it gets so greasy. Anyone that does this, you know how greasy these bikes get and how dirty they get. Now, in the accident, I'm gonna just explain a little bit here what happened. So I was in a great mood on my way home, and I had just met up with my wife. I was going through New Brunswick. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Rutgers. It's a college, pretty popular. So I was riding through Rutgers, New Brunswick, and I met up with my wife. She does Uber Eats over there because this is her bike. I'm going to be fixing it and stop working for a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with it. That's why I got to fix first before I finish the reed valve on this. Oh boy, it's getting chilly. It's supposed to get like 12 inches of snow today, believe it or not. Look at that, 12 inches of snow. So let me just put these gloves on because I'm cold. My hand's a little cold. These are the gloves I was wearing when I wrecked. Oh man, I can't get my hand up. See, split wide open. You see there? Split. Well, my hand hit the ground on the second tumble, on my second roll. You know, you hit down. That's why I always wear gloves. Always wear gloves if you're going to be riding a bike. I saw L.A. Hoover. He recently started wearing it because everybody started getting on him about it. Wear gloves, guys. Believe me. If anyone knows about crashing, it's me. I kid you not. Not this past 2 weeks, 3 weeks really, because I've been limping and licking my wounds because I hurt so bad from the accident. But I get hit by a car probably twice a week, and usually once a month I get hurt pretty bad, where it's a couple weeks of recovery. This last one was definitely the worst, and I'll explain it more in a second. But like literally about 2.5 weeks before that accident, I was kind of drafting behind a tractor trailer and about to pass him, and he slammed on his brakes out of nowhere, and I was literally, the tire was dead set on the edge of the tractor trailer, and he slammed on his brakes. We were doing about 20, 22 miles an hour, and I went right into the corner, went flipping. Oh, that one hurt, but not as bad as this last accident I'm about to tell you about. So, excuse me. So anyway, I was coming through New Brunswick. I had gotten a flat on the back like always. Now I have regular steel spokes back here, and I have this rim up front. Now I have another one of these rims for the rear, but it wasn't fitting in. If you can see on this side, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard, but if you can see where that bolt comes through, see the jaggedness right there? Yeah, you kind of see it. That is where the chain was coming in contact with the frame. The very first day I put that on, sorry, I covered up the camera, I'm new at this. Sorry, my nose is running, it's so cold out. But that was the first day. So when I put that hub on, it was touching here, okay? It was starting to touch up in here. So I needed to make the hub smaller. So let me just demonstrate here. What these brakes, these rims originally are, is they are for, this is actually going the wrong way. It should be spun the other way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't use brakes on this. You know, caliper brakes. So it's made for caliper brakes, with the rotor goes right here. But I figured the back wheel I can attach the sprocket to, which I wasn't wrong. But on mine, I have a video actually of this whole thing. I'll upload it eventually. I just never did. It was like one of the first videos I ever did that I just never uploaded. But I ended up milling this back and getting this down to get the sprocket in farther, like move it in towards the wheel hub more, so it wouldn't contact with the back there. But that didn't work out good. What ended up happening is I milled it down too far, and it couldn't hold the casing that held the bearing. It couldn't hold the casing anymore. The bearing just broke out of the metal because I just went too thin with it, and you know, I basically just made a boudel. It was my fault, you know, straight up. I am good at mechanics, and I'm definitely better than the average bear, well, let's say, but I am kind of to the realm of I know enough to get myself in a lot of trouble, which is usually why I end up getting hurt, because I love going fast. I love motorsports. I am a broke person at the moment. I almost tripped and killed myself. And I found this is such a cheap motorsport, and it's so much fun. I know all the guys like L.A. Hoover, he talks about it. He's always riding, he goes back to work. There's a couple other guys on YouTube I watch. Motorized.com, I really enjoy his stuff. He hasn't really done much. He did one recently, about not even a month ago, I think. But it was like almost a year, I think, since he uploaded before that. So, you know, Zeta's not around, which, I mean, I know Zeta's, they got their issues and stuff, but when it came to motors, man, they knew their stuff, I'll be honest. You know, they definitely knew their stuff. But either way, so now let's get back to this nonsense. I'm a rambler, sorry, don't mind me. So, on the bike that day, I had gotten a flat, and literally I changed the tube, and I put another tube in, and I knew I had broken spokes. I had literally went to my storage unit and I took out one of my old rims, and I had took all the nipples and the spokes out of one side that wasn't bad. Actually, it was the stock rim for this bike originally. So what I was thinking, I was just going to re-spoke all the broken spokes on the rim. Well, I had left, I met up with my wife, changed the tube because it got flat, and I was going down one of the roads through New Brunswick, and in the basket I carry my backpack, okay, for work. Now, mind you, for work, I have a bunch of stuff. I'm a mover. I move furniture for a living. I pick heavy things up and put them down all day long. Pounds to close to 100 pounds in my basket. On a normal, you know, tray, you would not be able to carry that. On mine, I custom built mine. I don't know if you guys could see it. I painted it gold. It's all aluminum though. And this, I mean, you could literally sit on this, stand on this. I was thinking about putting one more brace from, like, say here to here, because that would keep this from being able to pinch down. Now, no matter what, it can't, because it can't fall backwards and the weight won't go anywhere. So, I mean, it's honestly good. Maybe I will in the summer. Not 100% sure. So either way, I had a lot of weight. Like, I could literally stand on this. It's not going to bend or break or anything. It will make me do a wheelie before anything happens, to be honest with you. So I was riding, I was in a great mood. When I ride, like I duck down. Like if I'm going fast, like if I'm sitting up, like you see how tall the bike is. It's a large, extra large frame, plus the seats up tall. I'm 6'4", so I'm a big dude, 230 pounds. So the bike is pushing me at a lot of weight. Had the weight of the basket of 100 pounds at least, the 80 pounds, let's say, at least that day. And bad spokes. Now I knew what I was doing. I'm an idiot. I admit it completely. But it put a hole in the tube, and not even 4 minutes after I had just finished changing that flat I told you about, what happened is the wheel went flat. I was ducked down. As fast as the bike goes, bike tops out at 47 at the moment. With the 32 sprocket, I just changed it to a 36 because I want it more bottom end. And honestly, with the winter, I'm really not trying to go that fast. And after that accident, I'm definitely not trying to go that fast, at least till I heal up and it gets a little warmer out. Now, with that said, I knew I was doing something stupid, but the tire went flat, the spoke popped the tube, and what happened is the rim actually folded up under on itself, and that instantly made me put this leg out, my right leg out, because I was going down. And when I did that, my boot exploded. It's crazy how visual this is in my head still. My boot, brand new boots, exploded. Now they were Walmart boots, don't hate on it, but they were nice little work boots. It exploded. I went flipping. Now it was a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on the road. I had literally just passed some cars on the right like a jerk, because I do ride the bike like a savage. That's why I think my content might be a little more fun than some of the other guys, except for that dude James. He rides pretty hard too. But you'll see. As I start feeling better, I'll start riding a little better. Now, I was riding like a schmuck, and I stood up on the bike trying to hold it from, it was all wiggling, the back end's going, and this is all within milliseconds this happened. The rim folded, I couldn't do it, spun, boom, flipping through the air. I went flipping probably, I don't know, the witnesses said about 4 or 5 times, because the cars that I had just passed about 20 seconds before that, they were still behind me, and I was riding in the middle of the road because there was no one in front of me, and I was going really fast. So they slammed in the brakes. They called 911 for me. I hopped up immediately, almost within 2 minutes. I'm sorry, not 2 minutes, maybe a minute, 40 seconds. I hopped up, and then I pretty much fell right back down because I was hurting so bad. But yeah. So I carried a lot of weight, and it was just a whole big boudel on my end. I shouldn't have been going that fast with that much weight, and blah blah blah, and a million other things with a bad rim. So lesson learned.